Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for another episode of Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. So in the last video we went around and did some temple puzzles and we discovered that Henrik fell down the temple steps, these temple steps, and now has amnesia and he's in the hospital. So we are kind of in charge, sort of, not really, but close enough. So we went and spoke to Henrik to kind of help him regain his memory as a support person, even though Nancy doesn't really know Henrik. So I don't know why she's a support person. And then we came back here and did some puzzles. So I was going to do puzzles to start off this, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go out. I'm going to go to the hotel and see kind of what Nancy's notes say, because I'm not sure what we should do next. Maybe our friends have a hint. And then we can come back and do puzzles if we really can't figure it out. So, yeah, let's call Bess. 1, 5, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 6, 8.
No peeking at my cards, George. Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy. How's life at the museum?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
A theft? When? How? Who are your suspects? Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship.
Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
That's true.
I don't know what to make of Alejandro Del Rio, the attaché to the Mexican consulate.
What's his connection to Beach Hill?
Right now, he's negotiating the monolith loan agreement between Mexico and the museum.
And what's your confusion? Something to do with dashing good looks, I hope.
Well, he is a little bit handsome, but he also seems very angry about all the Mexican antiquities his country has lost over the years.
How have they been lost?
They've been taken by explorers and archaeologists and smugglers. I guess the laws have only recently changed to protect Mexico's rights to its own antiquities.
Well, it sounds like he has a legitimate gripe.
Yes, but I got the feeling he would do just about anything to get an artifact returned to Mexico.
What do you mean, anything?
That's what I'm not sure of.
Well, let's hope he's just a big talker and not a bona fide vigilante.
Amen to that.
Somehow, Joanna has gotten the museum into some financial hot water.
How'd she do that?
Yeah, and how hot's the water?
It's all
Hot.
very vague. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe she just overextended the budget a little in her effort to acquire the best artifacts for the museum. But
Even if her intentions were good,
she may be feeling a little desperate to make some money back quickly.
Desperate enough to steal the Pakal carving, sell it on the black market, and collect the insurance on it too?
I know she loves the museum. Who knows what she'd do if she were afraid of losing her job.
she's a suspect.
Definitely a suspect.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
You've got to help Henrik remember Pakal. Maybe a picture would help jog his memory.
Someone must have a photo of the carving that you could take to the hospital.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
Call back soon.
Yeah, and good luck.
Oh, that's a good point. Let's see what our notes say. Prudence Rutherford. See if Franklin knows her. If Franklin knows Prudence Rutherford? Okay. Franklin. Oh, talk to anyone who may have been at the museum. So I need to talk to Taylor and Alejandro. Okay. Let's see. Finished all my tasks, time to explore. Okay, so let's go, oh gosh, let's go talk to Taylor, I guess. What time is it? It's 3 p.m. Okay, yeah. Let's go talk to Taylor. Yeah, maybe he has a picture, and also let's see what he knows about all this business.
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
I see you've talked to
I
Joanna.
see you've spoken with Joanna.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Oh, did you talk to the police?
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
Oh god, that's gross. So you think this is linked to the... No.
Did you hear? The thief left a glyph message with a red handprint on it.
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
Oh. What's the name of this new museum in New Mexico? Why do I care? Why do you think... Wait a minute. Is the...
What's the name of the museum in New Mexico?
The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
I was
They
right.
had a beautiful collection up there, worth a bundle, too.
I remember that from
I
Hendrick's
appraised
desk.
some pieces for them a few years
I don't know
back.
how. Oh god. Do you know Prudence Rutherford?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
Yeah, did you hear about Hendrick?
There was an incident at the museum. Henrik is in the hospital with a head injury.
Poor Henrik. Another squabble between him and Joanna, perhaps?
Oh.
I'm kidding, but I do remember the time she threatened to push him in the pond. Temper, I'm always telling her.
Did she now? Okay. I need a photo of the Pakal carving.
I need a photo of the Pakal carving. Do you have one?
Joanna took the official print for her insurance claim, but I have a couple extras. Here you go.
Thanks.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks. Okay. Let's go to... Okay, let's go back to the hotel because I'm gonna call that place. And I don't think you can phone them from the... I don't think you can phone them from the, it's weird. In this game, you can only phone certain people from certain things. Okay, I have... Because I have that number. Okay, Chaco Canyon. 505-555-1222. Okay. Exit. Okay. Let's go here. What just happened?
We're sorry. Your call.
Oh, don't do that. Okay. Okay, don't do the 505. I guess I'll see. Very good. I don't know.
We're sorry. Your call cannot
What?
be completed.
Hold on. 555-1222.
We're sorry. Your call.
What? Oh! 1505-555-1222. You have to dial a 1. Oh my god, it's so realistic. So annoying.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss. And the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed, too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes. It was very gruesome. It looked like blood. But according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Do you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, as my 15-year-old would say? Really, I haven't the slightest idea.
Okay.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Do you have a list of the stolen pieces?
I know those pieces like the back of my hand. There were 3 pottery pieces, a small stone figurine with a snake head, and an ornamental jade carving.
Jade carving, eh?
I'm interested in the jade carving. What did it look like?
It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is.
Oh.
His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place-name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Okay. So, Henrik used to work there, huh? Did he work there when it got stolen, or was that more recent? Okay, let's go talk to Alejandro.
Hello, Nancy.
Have you heard? The Bacall carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
So, you were in the museum at the time?
I was dropping off the monolith agreement for Joanna, as I said I would.
And you didn't stop to see what was going on?
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going. Whew.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some questions.
I have diplomatic immunity, so I do not have to answer any questions. But I will, because I have nothing to hide.
Well, that's very big of you. Joanna is beside herself over the loss, you know.
She will get her insurance money and forget about Bacall in no time.
What about the Bacall carving? Wouldn't you rather see it in a case at Beach Hill than lost forever?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Bacall goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
Have you heard? Henrik Vanderheun fell off the pyramid at the museum. He's in the hospital with a mysterious head injury.
That is terrible news. I hope it's not too serious.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, and several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Bacall theft.
What is your point?
Joanna said the museum didn't have any, but the supplier said she ordered some last week.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Adios, Nancy.
Great. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's past 4, so we probably need to go back to the hotel and sleep until, what was it, 10? 10 in the morning is when the hospital opens. Let's just do that. Right, what time is it? It's 5 p.m. I mean, can we call Franklin Rose, actually? Really quick.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I guess we need to talk to... Yeah, let's talk to Prudence.
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row.
What?
Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
Dad never told me you lived in Wichita.
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen? It's area code 785-555-7279. What's this all about?
Miss Rutherford had a necklace with a Maya artifact stolen right out of her home. I'm trying to see if there's any connection between these robberies.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello and she'll be expecting you.
That would be great, Mr. Rose.
Not a problem, dear.
Okay. Let's, let's, yeah, set the alarm for 10 in the morning. Actually, we'll do 11. All right, and let's go immediately to the hospital.
Well, look who it is.
Ready to do some memory work, Henrik? I brought you a picture.
Oh, Henrik Vanderhoen, 61 and a half, Washington, D.C., epigrapher, divorced, 0 children, chicken, and bee stings. Okay.
This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Do you know his name?
Pakal! Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it. I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal! What could I have meant by this?
Think, Henrik. Where's the carving now?
I can't remember.
Easy, Henrik. The answers are in your head. You just need to find them.
It's still in the museum.
Why would you break into the museum? Why, what?
Why would you break into the display case and steal the carving only to leave it in the museum?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal. Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
What kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Okay.
Do you know what lock it belongs to?
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
Yeah, sure.
We'll get to the bottom of this, I promise.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
He won't know that. Ooh.
Did you use Joanna's name last week to place an order for Cinnabar with Keep It Real Restoration?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Do you have anything against Joanna?
Who knows?
Okay.
You rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
Okay. All right, so let's go back to the museum. Joanna? She's not here. Okay. What's she been looking at through this thing the whole time? She's literally just been looking at this the whole time. Very strange. Okay. Let's snoop around her desk. Let's see. El Museo Cultural, Beach Hill Museum. Let's see. Figurine, cool. Wait, is that the jade carving? Ornamental carving. Jade. Insurance, or loan, 90 days. Insurance, yes. Okay. Well, there's a key. Interesting. Nothing else in there that we can look at. Nope. Okay. Oh, we can look at files. 1996 exhibitions. Provenance? Oh, Provenance
Who knew
stocks.
one piece of jade could have so much history?
King Pakal carving. Ancient King of Palenque. Glyph. Lord. First true king. Sold in Los Angeles, California, 1940. Site of excavation and year is unknown. Very interesting. Whoa. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Dear Taylor, as you've heard, my longtime clients Felix and Miranda Peterson both passed away this summer in the heat wave. Felix was 89 and Miranda was 91, and by all accounts they had lived extraordinary full lives. Still, it's too bad that their air conditioning unit went on the blank when it did. I and all citizens of Greenwich will miss them dearly. What? As you know, the Petersons had no children. Per their instructions, I am to arrange the auction of their estate and donate the proceeds to charity. As you may also know, the Petersons had a fabulous art collection, including several pre-Columbian artifacts that may be of particular interest to you. Taylor, Vandalay, Joanna. Whoa, 1 million. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well. Alright, well, that's interesting. Okay, I guess let's go to our office. Let's see. Oh yeah, make sure we have... Oh, what's this? Nancy, the police called. They want me to go down to the station for further questioning. Something about an anonymous tip. Do I have time for this? No. Hold down the fort while I'm gone, will you please? I left my office open if you need anything. Be back soon, Joanna. Oh, okay. Oops. Further question. Oh, probably because we accidentally gave Alejandra that tip. Alejandra's the one who did it, I bet. Great.
You have voicemail.
Oh.
Press 0.
Nancy, it's Joanna. The police are done giving me the 3rd degree, but now the board has suspended me. To make a long story short, I'm forbidden to set foot in the museum. Could you please call Franklin Rose and try to reason with him? If we don't get a move on, this exhibit is going straight down the tubes.
To replay messages.
Oh, no. Okay.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, you must be psychic. I was just getting ready to call you myself.
As a matter of fact, I have been brushing up on my mind reading.
Well, thank goodness I've got you on my side. I feel I should apologize for the situation that's going on at the museum, dear. I really did think we were setting you up with a nice little internship, a breather from your casework. But instead, it looks like we've fed you to the lions.
Don't worry, I'm used to it by now. And after all, this situation is no more treacherous than my recent attempt at a ski vacation in Wisconsin. Anyway, about Beach Hill.
I think I know what you're going to say, Nancy. Let me be frank. Joanna Riggs has been in the doghouse with the board for months. Her thirst for acclaim has led her to gamble the future and the reputation of Beach Hill time and again. Now that we've lost the Pakal carving, one of our most notable pieces, well, she's just got to be stopped.
But with Henrik in the hospital and Joanna suspended, how can we possibly get this exhibit off the ground?
Leave that to me. We'll postpone the opening if we have to. Look, I've got a client waiting, Nancy. What we need now is for you to take up the slack. I've spoken to the rest of the board, and we've agreed that the best thing is to put you in charge.
Oh, boy.
But Mr. Rose, I don't think Joanna is responsible for the Pakal theft. She shouldn't be punished.
She's not being punished, dear. In legal terms, we're suspending her in abundance of caution, so she won't do any more damage to Beach Hill's reputation or her own. We're counting on you to catch this thief red-handed. Ha ha. Just kidding, kiddo. If you can get the Pakal back, we'll see about giving Ms. Riggs another chance. That seems fair, doesn't it?
It's a deal, Mr. Rose.
Bye, kiddo.
Okay. So we need to clear Joanna's name while also making sure Henrik gets his memory back while also staying in charge of a museum. Yeah, this isn't a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this part here. In the next part, we will probably call Prudence Rutherford, maybe go through some more temple quizzes, and see where that leads us. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this part, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you, my lovely little rose petals, in the next part. Bye, you guys.